Well, y'all, I had a wonderful day, and guess what I got to do today? I got to hang out with Mr. Sunny D and Miss Nyla. So, Sunny D, if you're watching this, Pop love you. So, anyway, it was a good day, but here is your Bible reading for today. God set apart priests for service who conducted ritual sacrifices and other important worship activities. One day every week, the Sabbath was set apart to worship God and to rest from chores and business. Resting from everything, taking that day, right? Moses was away on the mountain for nearly 6 weeks. Meanwhile, in the valley below, the people's impatience would lead to Moses facing a bitter homecoming. When the people saw that Moses was so long in coming down from the mountain, they gathered around Aaron and said, "Come, make us gods who will go before us. As for this fellow Moses who brought us up out of Egypt, we don't know what has happened to him." Make us gods. They seen the real God. Do what God only can do. Make me something. What are you? Well, which is not a good word to tell you that. How can I say that dumb in reality? Come on now, it's just not good. Aaron answered them, "Take off your gold, or take off the gold earrings that your wives, your sons, and your daughters are wearing, and bring them to me." So all the people took off their earrings and brought them to Aaron. He took what they handed him and made it into an idol cast in the shape of a calf, fashioning it with a tool. Then they said, "These are your gods, Israel." Oh man. Who brought you up out of Egypt? These are not the gods that brought you up out of Egypt, y'all. But that's what they said. Man, what is wrong with these folks? When Aaron saw this, he built an altar in front of an Aaron. Come on, dude. He built an altar, though, in front of the calf and announced, "Tomorrow there will be a festival to the Lord." Yep, so announce tomorrow there will be a festival to the Lord. So the next day the people rose early and sacrificed burnt offerings and presented fellowship offerings. Afterward they sat down to eat and drink and go up to indulge in new revelry. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go down, because your people whom you brought up out of Egypt," now he knows he brought them out of Egypt too, "have become corrupt." Of course, they're worshiping false idols. I mean, that was one of the big 10. Come on. That's not good. They have quick to turn away from what I commanded them, and have made themselves an idol cast in the shape of a calf. They have bowed down to it and sacrificed to it, and have said, "These are your gods, Israel, who brought you up out of Egypt." Now God knows he was the only one who brought them up out of Egypt. They ain't got nothing else, right? "I have seen these people," the Lord said to Moses, "and they are stiff-necked people." Stiff-necked. There's an insult for you. Yeah. "Now leave me alone so that my anger may burn against them, that I may destroy them. Then I will make you into a great nation." He's like, "I'm going to wipe everybody else out. I don't like them." He's like, "But you, I'll keep you, and I'll turn you into a great nation." Moses ain't going to have that, though. He's going to have a talk with God, right? But God's like, let me do this. I got a plan. I'm going to wipe them out, right? But Moses sought the favor of the Lord his God. "Lord," he said, "why should your anger burn against your people whom you brought out of Egypt with great power and a mighty hand? Why should the Egyptians say, 'It was with evil intent that he brought them out, to kill them in the mountains and to wipe them off the face of the earth'? Turn from your fierce anger, relent, and do not bring disaster on your people. Remember your servants Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, to whom you swore by your own self I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and I will give your descendants all this land I promised them, and it will be their inheritance forever. Then the Lord relented and did not bring on his people the disaster he had threatened. He knows he's God. Moses turned and went down the mountain with 2 tablets of the covenant law in his hands. They were inscribed on both sides, front and back. The tablets were the work of God. Now, whenever you see the little tablets, like at a courthouse or something, they've only got it inscribed on one side. Think about it. Look at the back side. Nothing there. Weird. Very weird. Yes. Yep. The writing was the writing of God engraved on the tablets. Now, here's where we find out. I think last time I talked to y'all, I told you that this wasn't in there. Well, maybe I just hadn't read enough. And I think it may be in there. And this is where we find out Moses might have a little temper problem too. Then Joshua heard the noise of the people shouting. He said to Moses, "There is the sound of war in the camp." Moses replied, "It is not the sound of victory. It is not the sound of defeat. It is the sound of singing that I hear." When Moses approached the camp and saw the calf and the dancing, his anger burned, and he threw the tablets out of his hands, breaking them to pieces at the foot of the mountain. I mean, I would have did it too, but I mean, I would have said I had an anger problem afterwards, yeah. And he took the calf of the people, and the people had made, and he burned it in the fire. Then he ground it to powder, scattered it on the water, and made the Israelites drink it. He said to Aaron, "What did these people do to you that you led them into such great sin?" "Do not be angry, my lord," Aaron answered. "You know how prone these people are to evil. They said to me, 'Make us gods who will go before us.' As for this fellow Moses who brought us up out of Egypt, we don't know what has happened to him." So I told them, what did he tell them? He said, "Whoever has any gold jewelry, take it off." Then they gave me the gold, and I threw it into the fire, and out came this calf. Moses saw that the people were running wild, and that Aaron had let them go out of control, so become a laughing stock to their enemies. So he stood at the entrance to the camp and said, "Whoever is for the Lord, come to me." And all the Levites rallied to him. Then he said to them, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Each man strap a sword on his side. Go back and forth through the camp from one end to the other, each killing his brother and friend and neighbor." The Levites did as Moses commanded, and that day about 3,000 of the people died. They was not behaving, and boy, did they have to pay a heavier price. Yes. Then Moses said, "You have been set apart to the Lord today, for you were against your own sons and brothers, and he has blessed you this day." See, now that's what we're talking about. "Thou shalt not murder," but this they killed for a reason, a purpose. The next day Moses said to the people, "You have committed a great sin, but now I will go up to the Lord. Perhaps I can make an atonement for your sin." So Moses went back to the Lord and said, "Oh, what a great sin these people have committed. They have made themselves gods of gold. But now please forgive their sin. But if not, then blot me out of the book you have written." The Lord replied to Moses, "Whoever has sinned against me, I will blot out of my book. Now go lead the people to the place I spoke of, and my angel will go before you. However, when the time comes for me to punish, I will punish them for their sin." And the Lord struck the people with a plague because of what they did with the calf Aaron had made. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Leave this place, you and the people who brought up out of Egypt, and go to the land I promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will give it to your descendants. I will send an angel before you to drive out the Canaanites, Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, Jebusites. Go up to the land flowing with milk and honey. But I will not go with you, because you are a stiff-necked people, and I might destroy you on my way." Oh, not good to have the Lord looking like that at you. Now Moses used to take a tent and pitch it outside the camp, some distance away, calling it the tent of meeting. Anyone inquiring of the Lord would go to the tent of meeting outside the camp. And whenever Moses went out to the tent, all the people rose and stood at the entrance of their tents, watching Moses until he entered the tent. As Moses went into the tent, the pillar of cloud would come down and stay at the entrance, while the Lord spoke with Moses. Whenever the people saw the pillar of cloud standing at the entrance of the tent, they all stood and worshipped, each at the entrance of their tent. The Lord would speak to Moses face to face, as one speaks to a friend. Then Moses would return to the camp, but his young aide, Joshua, son of Nun, did not leave the tent. Moses said to the Lord, "You have been telling me, 'Lead these people,' but you have not let me know whom you will send with me. You have said, 'I know you by name, and you have found favor with me.' If you are pleased with me, teach me your ways, so I may know you and continue to find favor with you. Remember that this nation is your people." The Lord replied, "My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest." Then Moses said to him, "If your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here. How will anyone know that you are pleased with me and with your people unless you go with us? What else will distinguish me and your people from the other people on the face of the earth?" And the Lord said to Moses, "I will do the very thing you have asked, because I am pleased with you, and I know you by name." Then Moses said, "Now show me your glory." And the Lord said, "I will cause all my goodness to pass in front of you, and I will proclaim my name, the Lord, in your presence. I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion." But he said, "You cannot see my face, for no one may see me and live." Then the Lord said, "There is a place near me where you may stand on a rock. When my glory passes by, I will put you in a cleft in the rock and cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will remove my hand, and you will see my back, but my face must not be seen." The Lord said to Moses, "Chisel out 2 stone tablets like the first ones, and I will write on them the words that were on the first tablets, which you broke." He broke them. True story. "Be ready in the morning, and then come up to Mount Sinai. Present yourself to me there on top of the mountain. No one is to come with you or be seen anywhere on the mountain. Not even the flocks or the herds may graze in front of the mountain." So Moses chiseled out 2 stone tablets like the first ones, and went up to Mount Sinai early in the morning, as the Lord had commanded him. And he carried the 2 stone tablets in his hands. Then the Lord came down in a cloud and stood there with him and proclaimed his name, the Lord. And he passed in front of Moses, proclaiming, the Lord, the compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness, maintaining love to thousands, and forgiving wickedness, rebellion, and sin. Yet he does not leave the guilty unpunished. He punishes the children and their children for the sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation. Moses bowed to the ground at once and worshipped. Lord, he said, if I have found favor in your eyes, then let the Lord go with us. Although this is a stiff-necked people, forgive our wickedness and our sin, and take us to as your inheritance. Then the Lord said, I am making a covenant with you before all your people. I will do wonders never before done in any nation in all the world. The people you live among will see how awesome is the work that I, the Lord, will do for you. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and end there. I'm a little over. I just always go long. But the reality is, I don't know. It might come up later. It says some places in this story, in the actual one, he was up there for like 40 days, dude. 40 days chilling on the mountain. That was 40 days chilling on the mountain. What? That's a camping trip and a half, right? And so, yeah, we're sitting there. We're finishing up our day 14. We ain't even close to the time Moses spent on that mountain. Just him talking with God. Amazing. Imagine what all he got done, right? And he had to do it twice. And God listened to him and said, okay, I really want to wipe them all out, but for you, I won't. So that is amazing. Hey, look, I enjoyed having a day with you, Sonny D. I hope that all the rest of you subscribers are having a blessed day. If anyone's watching this, just send me a little note in there saying, hey, I watched that. It ain't half bad. I listened to you read that story. That's a unique book. It don't sound like a normal book, but it don't sound like a normal Bible either. It's something in between. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you don't. Just let me know. Love y'all. Have a blessed day. Bye.